I'm Jonny Smith.
I'm Richard Porter.
And this is Smith & Sniff, a podcast in which two friends talk about cars and many other things.
Well, yes, this is a different sort of Smith & Sniff because we're sitting in a multi-storey car park in a really small car with the level of forward planning for which we're known. We've booked one of the smallest cars you can possibly buy to record this podcast because we both happen to be together in a Microlino in fucking leafy London.
Although slightly concrete.
It's very concrete
in the
because
corner that we're in.
We're sitting in a corner of the Westfield Shopping Centre car park in Shepherd's Bush. So, oh shit, I've just knocked the stalk in the car.
Gotta say though,
Just turn the indicators on, but we're not powered up.
I've driven this car before, and
yes.
we will go for a drive after we've recorded this, and we will probably film it too. But I've got time for this car.
I've only driven it very briefly, but it's amusing, isn't it?
Mm.
And it's so wee, and it's so because of that, it's really suited to where we are because it's busy and cramps in places, and you don't have to think twice. We backed this into a bit of the car park. It's not really a space. It's like a hashed out area, I think, for motorbikes, and there's a scooter here.
I was about to say, should we tell the public that we've parked it in a motorcycle bay? And I thought,
I don't even know if it is a motorcycle bay. I think it's more like it's a place they don't want anyone to park, but motorcyclists go, F you, Westfield.
Yeah.
And park here anyway. And I was backing it in thinking, I hope I can fit this between the pillar and the barrier on the other side. Of course I can. It's tiny.
It's also got a really tiny... Do you know, from slightly above and from the back, it's got all of the proportions of a British Bulldog.
Oh, it has?
All of the power and the track width at the front.
Or like a sort of stress toy version of a Citroen DS.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like a cartoon stress toy.
Tapered bum.
For DS enthusiasts. Very tapered.
Yeah.
But good.
I think it's just great. There's so many interesting design features on it. And,
yes.
And the quality of it is...
The quality is good. It feels nicely done. It doesn't feel like some kind of just, amateur hour. It's all proper. But
yeah,
it's also... for people who don't know, I don't know if people have seen these things, but it's got the look of a sort of a modern interpretation of an old bubble car.
Yeah.
To the extent of the way you get in and out, the door is the front of the car.
That's right. It's you get out that way and that way only.
Yeah.
And it's a BMW Isetta reborn.
Yes.
Effectively, but they probably don't want us to say that because BMW might go, hang on.
Is it spoiling their plans to relaunch the Isetta, which I don't think are ever going to come to fruition? So,
well, the thing is, if they did that, they would have given birth to a good-looking car.
Yes,
and that doesn't fall in line with their current.
Possibly do that. So this is, again, for people who don't know, it's all electric as well. And they make a big thing about because it's only needs a little battery, so it's perfectly feasible to just charge it off a 3-pin if you want to. You don't need to start chasing around for rapid charges or anything like that. I'm not even sure it can rapid charge. Why would it need to?
I don't think it can because this is the biggest battery, and I think it's a 10 and a bit kilowatt hours.
Yeah, so but it's just meant for urban living, which I suppose plenty of people do, don't they?
Do you know, I haven't urban lived for a long time. Since 2003 was my last stint of urban living.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, 2003.
I could see. There is a very it is quite a specific use case, which would be, I think you have to have, it's a big city. You want London, Paris, Milan, New York, I could see maybe.
Oh gosh, it would be so cool in New York.
Except they have massive potholes in New York.
This can cope with it because it's not much weight.
True.
It's heavy stuff that falls down potholes.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's my vivid memory of. I've never driven in New York City, but I've been in cars in New York City, and it's the potholes I remember were huge. But I suppose you could swerve around them in this. So
but the back end is narrower, so you'd have to do a tactical swerve where
Yeah.
Because it's actually four-wheeled. People think it's three-wheeled, but it's actually four. And they're quite close together. Like the Isetta, they did a three and a four-wheeler, but this is four only. Sliding side glass.
Yeah.
Nice and simple, that.
Yeah. Close that, because it's really noisy outside.
Yeah.
We brilliantly parked just beneath some kind of duct that ventilates the Westfield shopping centre.
Yeah.
So you might be able to hear that in the background. Sorry. It's just, it was the only space we could find, and it's not really a space.
It's like those vertical tractor exhausts that you always see outside fish and chip shops, and they're dripping.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Any takeaway where there's industrial frying.
Sweaty.
Yeah.
Sweatiness is being sucked out of the shop.
Yeah. Congealed. I like using the word congealed.
So the other thing about this car that I've found sort of intriguing is that it has a really surprisingly big boot.
Massive.
Which is weird, because you wouldn't think it would. There's plenty of space up here. I mean, it's not the most roomy car, but it's not terrible. I'm not uncomfortable here in the
I've got loads.
driving seat.
Yeah.
The only thing I have to do is get in before you if I'm the driver, because unlike those old Isettas, the wheel doesn't hinge away with the door.
Only a big cluster of universal joints.
It's it's which frankly always makes me a bit uneasy. That you just need one of the UJs to be not entirely greased up properly. It just feels like you're steering with jam, or maybe it would anyway, because it's just so complicated.
Steering.
You slam the door and it causes one of the joints to go out of whack. But the steering is on a sort of pod that stays put. So you just need to shuffle behind the wheel, and then your passenger gets in onto this sort of bench seat, isn't it?
It's a bench, quite a flat bench. And from memory, I think you can actually. You might be able to move the seat. You might be able to recline it more or lift it up more. I've got a bar under here, so you can move the whole seat set up to and fro.
Okay.
So you can give yourself some more boot space, or if you're obviously a bit shorter, you can go.
So I suppose the obvious alternative to this is a Citroen Ami.
Yeah. And the Fiat derivative that you can now get.
Oh, yes,
I haven't seen one in years.
Are they selling them here yet?
I don't know.
I have never driven a Citroen Ami.
Yeah.
But I find it a profoundly annoying car because it's not a car.
Yeah, I
don't like them, and I'd like to crush them all. I just think it's stupid. It's an impractical. I cannot imagine a circumstance. I know that apparently if you go down to south of France, so if you go to Monte Carlo or any of those sort of, Cap Ferrat around there, apparently it's rife with Amis, because if you're mega minted and you're just popping down to buy some groceries, you're not going to get the Continental GT drop head out, or certainly not, some kind of extremely limited run Ferrari. That would be stupid. So you just need a little tender, a little yacht tender type car. Well,
it's also cheap enough for a lot of those sorts of people that it's like buying a bag for life when you've forgotten one.
Yes.
It's
a
might be slightly annoying. You kind of go,
I've got to buy a bloody car.
Yeah. And it kind of looks like it's made of bags for life. So
I walked into town just to go and buy a paper and some jam.
Yeah.
And I can't be bothered to walk home now. I'm going to buy a bloody car. Oh, I'll buy one of those Amis.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That's someone we both know. Their parents had a house in the south of France.
I know.
Yes, they'd done well for themselves. They bought this house in the south of France. When they came to sell it, a few years later, they decided they weren't using it. And I've never been there, but it sounds like it was quite a handsome property with a pool and all sorts. So it's appealing to a certain kind of customer.
Yeah.
And apparently, the agent said to one point, it was taking a while to sell. They went, one of the problems is because the track to get up here is quite rough and steep, and some people are put off because it means they wouldn't be able to drive one of their supercars up here. And I was a bit like, surely if you've got that kind of means, you've also got a Range Rover or something, so just use that when you're coming to the Cap d'Antibes house.
Or you just book a tarmacer.
I suppose that would be the other option, but then it wouldn't look as rustic, would it? So rustic, so fucking rustic.
You could have some...
Peter, don't make it less fucking rustic.
What about some of that? You could have some subtle resin poured down.
Oh. You could do that, couldn't you?
I mean, the Americans love a resin drive.
They do love a resin drive, it's true.
Love a resin drive.
Okay.
Don't they?
Anyway, so yeah, this Microlino, I'm finding it interesting. We're going to go for a little drive afterwards, but I like that it's very wee. I also kind of like cars that are quite specific for a purpose, but not so specific like the Annie. This feels like
this will do 56 mile an hour.
Yeah,
it's limited to 56, and I've done it.
You could feasibly drive it to the outer reaches of a big city.
Oh yeah.
You would be ill-advised to try and take it, say, on the M1. I'm not sure you're allowed.
No, I don't think you are on a motorway.
It's technically a quadricycle, but it's an L7 quadricycle. Yeah. So it's a higher top speed than the Annie, which is limited to, what, 28?
It's 28. They do a 28 mile an hour version, but hey, it's for 16-year-olds in this country.
How much is this one? This is the topper one.
I can't remember, Richard.
Give me a ballpark. 5 billion. No, 7.
No, the ball, because I reviewed this car. I want to say I reviewed it 2 years ago now. Let me just look it up, because I don't want to piss them off by getting it entirely wrong.
Extra thing that I like about this car, or I suddenly discovered, I realised I like about this car, is that it is sold from, well, we picked this one up, but you could buy it elsewhere, I think, can you? Or they're a sole franchise holder?
That's a good question.
But anyway, we've done our research. But the place we picked this up from is a predominantly motorcycle showroom.
Yeah.
Called Crazy Horse. They do have other branches, don't they?
Yeah.
But we picked it up from their branch at the end of Kensington High Street, which keen students of car shit will know as the old BISTO ARS showroom from back in the day.
Bristol Cars?
Bristol Cars. It's that old showroom on the corner of Kensington High Street, right at the end, at the sort of Shepherd's Bush, Notting Hill end. And the last time I went into that building was, in fact, to go and interview Toby Silverton, the head of BISTO ARS, back when it was
Was it really?
a going concern. Yeah, I went to drive the Fighter for an Evo story, and also to interview Toby Silverton, the guy who bought the place off Tony Crook. And
there's a lot of Tonys about.
Yeah. No, he was a Toby.
Oh, sorry, Toby, not a Tony. Okay.
But he bought it off a Tony. Tony sold it to Toby.
Yeah.
He sold to Joby.
Stop it.
So I don't know where you go from there. It's like that game, isn't it? Change the letter. Anyway,
Adobe.
So, Adobe, Photoshop. And
he photoshopped out the letters, which then turned into BISTO ARS.
Well, that's it. I could never find a photo where the lights had gone out to say BISTO ARS. In fact, I think it's just something we made up when we were writing Top Gear. And so I have somewhere on my computer got a photo that I photoshopped it to there. But Toby Silverton was in on the gag. He loved that. He was like, oh, if it does say something funny, we leave it for a bit.
That's great.
He also explained,
we know the man that bought the site.
Oh, it's yes, it's Neil Clifford off of the Chris Harris podcast, isn't it?
He owns shoes, and he owns the sign, and I think he's got them all independently lit.
Yes. Well, Toby Silverton explained this was one of the reasons why they used to behave the way they did, and a letter or randomly go out was because, as wired onto the front of the showroom, it was like a circuit per letter. I mean, he said it's fiendishly complicated, and everyone we get in to try and sort it out always just goes too much. He made it sound like it was practically like an electricity meter per letter, and it was all just like, oh, we forgot to pay the bill on the first R, so it's gone out. Yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare, apparently.
So they start at 16,995 for the restricted one, the 16-year-old one.
Yeah.
And they go up to 25.
Okay.
So the 25 one has got the biggest battery, which is 12.5 kilowatts hours, which is 10 and a bit usable. Yeah. Which I think does over 100-mile range. So, yeah, they start at 17,000, they go up to about 25.
The other thing, before we stop talking about this, is that I was going to say is that I like that it has a manual canvas roof hole.
Love it. Do you want to demonstrate? It will be louder.
Well, I don't think people listening will know either way. We could just pretend. Oh, look at that. That's so nice. Here, close it again, Johnny. Well done. Yeah.
But it is nice.
It is good. And that's standard on them because it was explained to us that is technically counts as an emergency exit.
It's an escape hatch.
If the front door becomes compromised for some reason. So, yeah.
Or you roll it. So you can get on its side.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Is it a crawl space?
Yeah. That would make sense.
Yeah. Good. But yeah, I'm down with it. Although, I wanted to talk. I've got my phone here. I know it looks like I'm not interested in listening to you.
No, it's all right. I was going to say one more thing that I just hadn't made the link at all. I saw your review of this ages ago, and I've seen them mentioned elsewhere.
Yeah.
I've seen their logo.
Yeah.
Where the I in micro is horizontal. Yeah. It actually looks like it says M-crow. M-crow. But I suddenly realised, and I was so thick that I hadn't made this connection until I saw it in their showroom. That they're the people who make those little scooters that kids have.
They invented
both of my children have had this company's products. Yeah, I know.
They invented the small scooter.
Why did I not figure this out before? So this is made by those small scooter people.
Yeah, and I first saw this car at 2017 Geneva Motor Show, and I met one of the owners of Micro, a chap called Merlin, and
called Merlin.
I
feel like you might have mentioned this before.
Yeah, I think
it's worth saying again.
But he was so enthusiastic about it, and the concept looked wild. Everyone was crowded around it, and I was like, "Are you really going to make this?" He went, "Yeah," and it was delayed a lot, and it was mostly because they wanted the quality and the design to not stray far away from the original.
Yeah,
they were really adamant about getting it right.
Oh, speaking of adamant,
please,
on my way to meet you at the showroom that is not BISTO ARS anymore.
Yeah,
I walked past a young woman sitting on a bench who was fully dressed as adamant in the 80s. It was incredible.
What?
You know the dandy highwayman look? The sort of that jacket, like French Revolution jacket.
Yeah.
Les Mis jacket, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Les Miserables.
Les Miserables.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And I didn't see a white stripe under the eyes, but very made up, very, precisely and beautifully made up.
Yeah.
And I think some sort of things hanging out of her head. It's just adamant. Just like, it was so cool. But what I thought was so cool about it was walking through the fringes of Kensington, was suddenly like, if I just glanced at her and not at the other way at cars going past, this could be 1982 again. She was so sort of like this. Oh my God, maybe she's a time traveller.
Imagine if she is, and you could have talked to her, but you didn't. She really wanted you to.
Well, I think she'd wanted to talk to me and go, "What's that rectangle you've got in your pocket one? Now, this is a phone. Piss off. Where's the cord?" All right. Go and get a coffee. This is going to take a while. A coffee from where? About 19 places within view?
My favourite part of Stand and Deliver off of Adam and the Ants is the bit where he's talking, like, "I'm the dandy," and someone in the background goes, really, and it's just a bit too loud. And I think that while he's doing it in the studio, I can imagine someone came in onto his mic, and then he was like,
"Janine, what have I told you about going when I'm talking?
Too aggressive, too high and too aggressive."
Yeah.
But hey, so what I wanted to talk about, because we do write the odd note down. People say we do script the show, and they're just liars. Big fat swollen liars.
Sorry, I have this overwhelming urge to pip the horn just because it's there on the end of the story. Do it,
because it's really...
Oh, the ignition's not on, it doesn't work.
Put your key in the hole. It still has a hole.
I know it still has a hole, which is good. I don't mind the hole at all.
And it's got a really nice door. I love the elbow room in here.
I'm actually sitting unnaturally close to the side because it just feels like,
You should get away from me.
I just get away. Well, I'm just going to try to have a conversation, aren't we? But
It's okay. I had a Tarka 2 days ago, not 1 day ago.
Okay.
So it's okay. Fastest production car in the world.
Yes.
There's some news.
Yang Wang.
Yeah. So you can't say it's a Bugatti or a Tortellini SSC, whatever it was called.
Torta mark.
Marked.
Anyway, yeah.
Twat. Not twat. That's how Americans say twat. Have you ever noticed
twat.
That?
Yes, I know. Yes,
we might have said this before, and I just don't understand it. It's like, it's just TWAT. Can you not just say twat?
Twat. It's so weird.
I don't know.
It's such a leap. You go twat, because also twat. But like, Americans don't say grass; they say grass. It's like, so where does twat come from?
I'm the twatty highwayman. I run around with ribbons. I do some stuff and say some stuff.
Because you would see, if you're going to go, you absolute twat, you fall on your ass, is wrong. Oh.
Look what it's written on the Suzuki. Is it a Suzuki Splash? I'm going to get a quick video of it. I've got to.
It's a copper-coloured Suzuki Splash.
Oh, damn.
And it's just pulled in, but written on the doors, the bottom of the front doors, it says, Johnny...
How long can you say... I was thinking about this the other day. I said, I'm going to challenge Richard. How long can he elongate sport?
Oh, ages. Because I was going to bring this up, actually, just down here. The gear selector, the direction selector, if you like, for this car is just on a panel by my left knee. Mm-hmm. And it's just a rotary. You turn it one way for reverse, the other way for drive, and then the middle is in neutral. But also, there's a button within the rotary that has a little drawing of the car with a rocket on its roof.
Oh.
But it is labelled Sport.
Does it actually say sport?
Yeah.
Yes, sport.
Apparently that gives you a little... It
does give
10
a little
horsepower
little
boost.
pep. Yeah, it does give you an extra
I haven't
pep.
tried that yet, because we were driving through Shepherd's Bush and there was no call for it, but...
I mean, we won't talk about the Microlino constantly, because that would be informative. But when I went in the showroom, they said there's been a couple of updates on the car, which this demo one is the current one, but they're coming. And one thing is certain people in certain regions of the world have asked for air conditioning.
Oh.
No, I don't give a shit.
Not you, yeah.
But what they said is the outlets for the ventilation, which is on the doors in this case, but they're now on a little pod here.
Right.
And they've designed their own aircon compressor unit, which sits flat under the boot floor. But you've lost a little bit of boot, which outrages me anyway, because the boot's amazing. And the fact that
concise.
you don't need
for a very small car.
You don't need the car. You don't need the car.
With the... Well, I don't
you got this.
know. If
Got this, Richard. Look.
Don't open it.
Look.
Shut it. It's too muddy. The problem is that if you are stuck in traffic in New York, or London for that matter, on a hot day... I don't know, actually. Adelaide. Oh, God. You'd have to... Do you know, I discovered the other day, quite by chance, in a really, really arcane way, that, you know, my Defender Heritage
I'm aware of
end of
presence.
days thing. So
Yeah. It's a great
for
song.
Defender nerds, they will notice my Defender Heritage has what is generally known as the aircon grille, as in the grille is deeper, it juts forward more on that era of Defenders when they're fitted with air conditioning to make room for the extra rad.
Oh, is that what it is? They just push the nose out?
Yeah. Now, they couldn't be asked to tool up for 2 Heritage grills. So all Heritage Defenders got the aircon grill because they had to fit aircon for Australia, because Aussies would not want it without.
Yes. I can believe that.
But they went, let's not fit it for the UK, because, you know, this is of the end of days editions. There were 3. This is supposed to be sort of the entry level one.
Yeah.
So no AC. It's a weird spec, that car, out of the box.
You didn't get a radio, did you?
You didn't get a radio, but you did get heated seats.
What the hell?
But you didn't get air conditioning. But you did get electric windows and remote central locking.
Right.
But you certainly didn't get carpet. Very random. Except the original press car, which they accidentally built because... the story was, they hadn't, marketing or whoever, hadn't fully settled the UK spec, but they needed a press car. And so they just basically made it up on the production line and went, yeah, okay, that'll do. Just, yeah, as long as it's the right colour and basically the right spec. So the UK press car, which is still out there and someone bought it.
Yeah.
The UK press car had a sunroof and carpets.
But
and I think it had air conditioning as well. And then, of course, the poor press office had to keep going to journalists to go, oh, by the way, just so you know, there's
doesn't have
at least 3 things on that car are not available to customers with this model.
Shit.
So what I discovered the other day, now I've realised I've gone this very long journey to get to a very uninteresting fact.
That's not like you.
No, it's not. If you bought a Defender Heritage in France, just across the channel from us,
Yeah.
you got air conditioning, but no heated seats.
Right.
I just wonder whether that's because of the south of France, where people, when they're not using their Ami or one of these to zip around Monte Carlo, they bought themselves a Defender for going up the track to their other house.
This has just filled a little bit of a void that the Smart 4.2, God bless its soul, has left. And there's a lot of motorhome people that are liking this, apparently.
Oh, really?
To the point where, Crazy Horse have designed a bespoke trailer.
I was going to say, when you need a trailer, you don't want to bugger your motor by...
No.
Silly question I should have asked before. Is this front or rear-wheel drive?
It's rear.
I assume so.
Yeah.
There's no room for.
I don't think there's any traction control. I don't know if there is traction control. There's a lot of USB options.
There's a lot of USBs. I think you could drain the battery faster by just plugging in several devices.
There's two Bs there and there's two Cs there.
So since we've been a bit car-y, I said last week I'd been driving two Porsches and I talked about the Macan.
Yeah.
But I've also just had about 10 days in a 911 GTS, the new hybrid one.
Was it the Targa?
It wasn't the Targa, it was a coupe. But it was to my mind, a very compromised coupe because it had the optional fixed back bucket seats. And they are buckety. And I'm afraid to say they are too buckety for a non-GT
car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I mean, I think one of the things about GT3s is that often 911 GT3s are still very usable cars.
Yeah.
Surprisingly so, given what they're capable of on track. And I would still sort of err towards comfort seats and use it as much as I could if I had a GT3.
I agree.
That's just me.
I would too. With 3-point belts.
God, I just found myself looking at 996 GT3s today because that's the value version to get into a GT car of recent times. And I just thought, actually, you wouldn't be unhappy with that, would you?
No, I wouldn't be unhappy with it. Yeah, I mean, it's still the cheapest 911 full stop, isn't it, really?
996s are, yeah.
996.
But I mean, still, it was cheap as relative when it comes to GT3s, but they're
yes.
sort of, 70, 60 maybe even will get you into sort of slightly. And also, not one with like the blue wheels and the blue side stripes. I'd just have it as down-spec'd as possible.
Yeah.
And even look at getting rid of the wing. It's on the road, you don't really need that. Just have a ducktail put on it. Stealth it. I know it sounds stupid. Some people go, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
Like having a stealth adamant costume. But
I can't compete really with your adamant observation this morning.
Well, it was just a joyful thing to see. I was like, that's great. I'd love to have sort of gone, what's the backstory here? Because she was quite a young woman, so it's like she clearly wouldn't remember adamant first time round, but as something had clearly appealed to her. No, I was going to say 911 GTS. I would not have it with the fixed back buckets because they're a few £1,000 as an option, and they just make it, and no back seats as well on this press car.
Yeah,
so
no, that's a no.
Not practical.
No.
And I love a practical 911. I love the fact that they are practical but still joyful to drive.
You're getting rid of two USPs there.
Yes.
One is people can get in the back, or stuff. Doesn't have to be people.
Yeah.
And you want that to be accessible, and unless you're doing track work and you've got a half cage.
Yeah.
Heroes in a half cage.
Yes.
Like
the Teenage Mutant Ninja track work.
Yeah, it might, because the Teenage Mutant Ninja track workers, they that's their thing. They're like, I want to do some track work and I want to be semi-competitive, but I do still need to do other disciplines with the vehicle.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's where they're at.
Teenage Mutant Ninja School Run.
Yeah,
is another thing. It was quite cute. Like, I gave my daughter a little drive in the Porsche because she was really excited by it. But like her dropping into this massive bucket seat, and they go, "Oh, it's very low," and I was like, "Yep."
Did you need a couple of like
wooden
blocks?
Yeah, just put a little booster in. But it's she liked it nonetheless. It's
fast.
You've driven that. You drove the Targa.
I drove the Targa one in Denver.
God, it's fast.
I know, it's so fast.
I mean,
too fast.
I don't know what the numbers are on paper comparing it, but it's got to be faster than a 997 turbo. Possibly as fast as a 991 turbo. Although I remember when I borrowed a 991 turbo, which was an S, thinking that it had taken a real step up. But this is it is bloody fast.
Yeah. Things have got too silly. The power struggle is real.
Well, that's the thing. I think there is a lot that's impressive about it, because it's the hybrid, and they're a great pace to point out, it's hybrid for performance, not economy.
Yeah.
But I think actually that's sort of not entirely true, is it?
The throttle response is amazing. You know, when you're like, you're in second gear doing 20 mile an hour, whatever it is, third doing 25, and you just go for it.
Yeah.
You feel a real surge it's definitely not the engine.
Well, they've been able to go back to a single turbo.
Yeah.
Quite a big one, I think. And it's a suck and blow, isn't it? Because it can also work the other way to drive, put power into the battery.
Yeah.
Put charge into the battery.
Which I love.
But, I think because an electric motor can fill in where the lag might be.
Yeah, that's right.
So you're right, you get that instant throttle response.
It's spooky.
You see, I think when they say, it's for performance, it's like, yeah, it is for performance, but it's what it is able to achieve a certain level of performance without taking a hit on the economy. So it sort of is for economy as well. But it's, absolutely. And it still does that thing which my old 997 used to do. It's on the motorway. It's doing like 33 miles to the gallon, which seems implausible from a, really fast 6-cylinder car. But there you are. But yeah, just so quick. And also spooky because although it can't run on battery power alone, did you notice when you borrowed it that sometimes you just come to a halt and just before you actually stop, it's shut the engine off?
Oh no, I hadn't.
You just sort of coast to a halt. It's quite weird. But
I've lost the real desire for a new 911 though, because it's faded away a little bit over the last couple of years. Because I'm just kind of going, but is it better looking than the last one? Is it more desirable than the last one? Yes, there's more technology, but it's wider and heavier, and I don't want a 911 for luxury, so I don't see that as a draw as much. So I find myself I do find myself looking back a little bit, and I don't know if it's just me being a middle-aged person. I don't know.
When I borrowed the original 992 Carrera S, we filmed a vid with it, didn't we? That red one with gold wheels. It was lovely.
Oh, yeah. And the one the camera fell off the back of.
That's right, yeah.
And that bloke cycled after us with the camera waving at the car.
And then took it to a Porsche dealer. And
I know, what
incredible.
That was such a nice thing to do. Noble gent.
Yeah. But around that time, people go, oh, no, it's got too big, getting too big. And I remember thinking, this doesn't feel too big. It's fine. I mean, it's about the size of a Civic. At the time, it was the size, I looked this up, that was sort of the medium-sized hatchbacks. It was closest to the size, I think, to a Civic. And I thought, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Weirdly, driving this GTS, I did sometimes go, oh, this is a bit bulky. Just occasionally, and maybe it's because I live in a place now with narrower streets, but I drove the Carrera S in London, so it's not like it was on, in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did, just occasionally I just go, oh, it's a bit chunky, maybe it would be. And I kept thinking about that Boxster 4-litre that I came back from Le Mans in last summer.
Yeah.
That was a good size. That's a narrower car.
It's a great size. And it will be glacially slow compared to that GTS you just talked about, but it's about feel, not
it's about
stats.
Feel. And I say, in the final reckoning, that because you can't, they're still making Boxsters and Caymans, but you cannot order one. They're just fulfilling existing orders. That's it now. Gone.
Really?
Yeah. But then simultaneously, you're almost like just basically the week after they announced that the next Boxster and Cayman will not, as originally planned, be just an EV.
Good.
There's been something, they said something that, like I said, higher ICE models, which I think means, so maybe there will be like a 4-litre equivalent, but they won't do an entry level. Entry level will be EV, would be my reading between the lines. Mm-hmm. So, in the final reckoning, between the GTS that I borrowed, no back seats and buckets and just actually spec'd in a way that I wouldn't do, versus 2-seat Boxster 4-litre, it's the Boxster 4-litre every time.
Yeah.
A slightly softer 4-seat GTS, well, then it's got practicality on its side, but still, I mean, it's an incredible car. Like, it is. That's the thing. My abiding memory of it is blisteringly fast, and sort of thinking, I'd probably get some bother with this car. I don't know.
So, that really fast car, the Yangwang.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah,
I wanted to. I sort of wrote to myself to contact Marto Rimac about it and just ask him what he thought about it. But I've got another reason to talk to Marto Rimac, which I'll probably CC him in on Instagram because I took a small video. And outside the toilets at services, you have the ride-on cars.
Yes.
And there's that one that looks like a faux Veyron.
Oh yes, there is. Yeah.
It's an open top, which would be this. Would that be the Grand Sport?
Yes.
Sport?
Yeah.
Granada Sport.
Yes. Grandma Sport. Yeah.
Grandma Sport. Last night when I went into the services, there was one there, and I was waiting for a friend, my podcast colleague, videographer to come out the toilet. So I thought I'd just stand around by the faux Veyron.
Yes.
And then I videoed it because I was just interested in the fake engine. It's called a Spidero, I think it's called.
Is it? A
Spidero.
I've never looked that closely.
But then I thought, how much did it cost to ride? Because it said contactless payment to ride. You don't need coins.
Oh, is it? I mean, it's £2 now, isn't it?
It's fucking £2.
Yeah.
It's £2 to ride in a faux Veyron with 2 steering wheels.
Yes.
Don't know why. I guess you little 2-year-old.
Well, so there's no arguments.
Oh yeah.
I want to drive. Well, you're both driving, so there you go. In an unrealistic way, unless it's one of those street sweepers that's got both. I don't actually see them anymore. I think they've just given up and made street sweepers.
No, do you reckon?
I can't remember the last time I saw a 2 steering wheel street sweeper.
I do love a 2 steering wheel.
I know.
sweeper.
They look amazing, don't they?
So cool.
But
They drive looking down like that, don't they?
because I just got rinsed out of about 14 grand by foolishly taking my children bowling at a swanky place that also had like a this sort of slightly posh amusement arcade.
Oh man,
with like air hockey and all sorts downstairs, but everything's contactless now. And of course, the kids were like, "Can we have a go on this?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can have a go on that."
Lee.
Oh no, that's not fair. Can we have another go? Yeah, go on then. Oh, I really want to do the whack-a-mole. All right, you can do the whack-a-mole. That's the last thing you're doing. Yeah, but she's had to go on that because she's okay, fine. Yeah, and also because she got Chris and I didn't have Chris, so Chris, can I have to go on this? Yes, fine. He's having to go on that. Oh, fine, you can both have a go on that. And it's like suddenly I keep bit contactless on every bloody machine in the place. And
So you're not going on holiday next year?
Well, no, because they're all like £3 a go.
Yeah, I know.
And some of them are a distressingly short amount of time they let you stay on them, which is, I think, is a bit cheeky, but.
The last fair I went on was the one I was telling you about at the Revival, the Steam Fair.
Oh, yes.
Which had the skid on it, which is a really good ride, and vintage Dodgems, the original supercar Dodgems,
Okay.
which I very much like. But yeah, it got spendy very quick.
I thought you were going to say that you got into the tiny pretend Veyron services, because when I went to the loo downstairs just before we started recording this, when I came out again, you'd got into a photo booth.
Oh yeah, one of those photo booths. I just sat in it. I don't know.
No, you were in there on your phone.
I was just pulled the curtain.
Just a bit of privacy, please, everybody, and then you just close the curtain. Well,
it felt like a little bit of sanctuary for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
just quite
there
nice,
is something, but then.
It felt like an American toilet door.
Yes, I was going to say, because it's like there's something, you're very exposed there, because everyone could basically see from halfway down you, they could see you.
Everything, but you can't see them because your face and shoulders are covered.
Why do they do? Why don't they just put a full-length curtain on? Is it because they think people will get up to no good if they do that?
Yeah, it will be. Yeah.
But it seems too short.
Well, it's there.
Yeah, it should be longer, just down to the waist or something. Just because. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, you do feel a bit exposed all the same.
It's like those T-shirts which a certain guy of a certain physique would wear in the 80s, which finished.
Oh yeah, that's a hard look to take. What if you combined that length of shirt with a vest, so it's sleeveless?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh shit! I need to say hello to my mate Dave Morgan. You've met Dave. We went for a pint over Christmas in Bath.
But what's he got to do with sleeveless vests?
Well, Dave, bless him. Dave sent me a note the other day and said how much he enjoyed listening to the podcast. And then
thanks, Dave.
He came up with an inspired, if slightly niche, merchandise idea for us, which is the Smith & Sniff anti-gilet.
Oh,
so it's just sleeves.
Just sleeves.
Well, because I mean, what's more on brand than a pair of sleeves?
Oh, it is a pair of sleeves
to encapsulate Smith & Sniff, but also it's just to make a statement about. But then maybe it could also be sold to people who. I think it has to have some kind of back thing so the sleeves are joined. Otherwise, you're going to lose one of the sleeves.
Yeah, like those kids with when your kids got mittens. Yeah. They're always connected.
Well, no, I'm seeing more like a sort of almost like a gun holster / bra arrangement across the back.
Bandolier.
Yeah. But then you've just got 2 sleeves, and then maybe if you've bought a gilet and gone. Oh, shit, my arms are cold. Don't worry, I'll get a Smith & Sniff anti-gilet.
I wonder if you can get zip-off sleeves.
You can.
Can you?
I'm pretty sure you can.
Like a body warmer type thing.
I'm pretty sure you can.
So maybe we could do a gilet with quick-release sleevage.
I just like the idea of if you wanted to, you could just wear the sleeves.
Isn't it like those 1920s ladies with the cigarette in the holder, with the
very long gloves,
silk elbow-length gloves?
Yeah, it is a bit, but these are going up to the.
What about?
They've got to go up to the shoulder, haven't they? Because in fact, they've got to have elasticated bits on the shoulder, otherwise they'll slide down. That'd be annoying. Or they're just so puffy that they stay up of their own accord. But yeah, just a pair of sleeves, the Smith & Sniff pair of sleeves. So, we'll look into this.
Yeah, a pair of sleeves.
You probably owe Dave a fee for his idea, but because I thought that was inspired, very very on brand for us.
Well, we are devising some merch as we speak.
We are.
So we'll have to add a pair of sleeves.
A pair of sleeves. Go to the merchandise people and go, no, just the sleeves. You don't want the body of the jacket. No. Well, we have to make the jacket as well. Well, then you're going to have to cut the jacket off and throw it away. Yeah. Or you could sell it to a gilet place, whatever you want.
Yeah. So I can't compete with Adamant Woman that you saw this morning, but on the way to the railway station in Peterborough, I went past a dustbin lorry being driven by a guy who I'm totally convinced was Steven Seagal. He had jet black, definitely fake, dyed hair.
Okay.
In a pony.
Oh, right.
And he had those very small strepsil-shaped sunglasses.
That's...
And like Salt Bay.
Yes.
Salt Bay
or
glasses.
Matt LeBlanc in 2001 or 99. Maybe
Matt LeBlanc around that turn of the millennium. Glasses.
Yes.
So he looked just like that, and he was a heavy-set man. And I thought, that's Seagal.
Well, didn't Seagal move to Russia?
Yeah, I think he went there just for like a week and then got trapped.
Oh shit, yeah, I'm staying now. But that's it. Maybe he's bailed, but he doesn't want an angry Putin to hunt him down.
Yeah.
So he's just got a job as a bin man in Peterborough.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Just driving the lorry.
Yeah.
He was in it.
Well, if you're going to become a bin man in Peterborough, I think I would angle for the lorry driving job. Because then you're not going to get bin juice on you so much, are you?
Bin juice is horrendous.
I'm sure someone listening will know this. Do they take in turns to drive the lorry? Because it feels unfair if they don't. But at the same time, I suppose you've got to have extra qualifications.
Yeah, no, I think it's a ranking. It's a job ranking.
Yes.
Because nowadays, the guy in the lorry also gets out and helps.
Oh, if
it's a busy terminal.
Yeah.
But they don't ride on the back of the lorries anymore like they used to.
No, they haven't done that for a while, have they? Because I guess it's been judged to be dangerous.
I'd love to do that now. I know my brother did. I've said this before. He rode on the back. He lived it. But
what? He was a bin man?
Yeah, he was a bin man for a summer.
So?
Yeah.
He loved it. Really? Because it's the smell. It's that sweet bin juice smell that would turn me off.
Sweet bin juice.
I couldn't. That's the bit that put me off. I don't want any
horribly sweet bin juice. So I thought, I've seen B-side Seagal on the way here. I'll talk to Richard about that.
Yeah.
I'll mention it. And then, while I was walking from the Tobe station to Crazy Horse in order to collect this car, I saw a guy going really fast on an e-bike that was no doubt hacked.
Oh, was it beeping?
No, it wasn't beeping.
Apparently those Lime bikes, I think it is, they beep if you've hacked them.
Oh, do they?
But some people regard that as a badge of honour because you look like a
hooligan.
A hooligan. Well, you look like an outlaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hack the bikes. I don't pay the man for my bicycle. I hacked it. Yeah.
I'm an outlaw.
So yeah, they're sort of zooming through Hyde Park, bing, bing, bing away. I don't know what noise it makes.
No, I don't.
But apparently, amongst some people, it's a badge of honour to make the hacked bike noise.
Well, the guy that was on this bike, and it was on one of those bikes, you know, e-bikes or otherwise, it's usually a city thing. It's a bike that probably folds, hence the fact it's got awkwardly small wheels.
Yes.
It doesn't quite check out for me.
Like a
slight red flag.
Hyundai i10, base model i10.
Yes, tiny little wheels. And he was flying on this small-wheeled, slightly awkward bike, and he looked like a tired, downtrodden Ben Affleck.
I think sometimes Ben Affleck does look tired and downtrodden.
But again, I did a double take. I went, is that Ben Affleck? And then, do you know the only reason why I didn't think it was Ben Affleck? Because he was...
The only reason?
The only reason I thought it wasn't Ben Affleck is I went, he'd have larger wheels on his e-bike.
Would he though?
Yeah, he would. Because he doesn't need to fold it.
Maybe that's why he looks downtrodden, because he bought the wrong e-bike and he's really annoyed with himself.
He's pissed off.
He bought it. Matt Damon stitched him up by selling him his old, hey Ben, do you want this? Yeah, great, thanks. How much? Oh, I don't know, $500. Yeah, okay. And then he's gone, wait, why was Matt Damon selling this almost new e-bike?
Yeah.
Because the wheels are too small.
It's got 8-inch wheels.
Right, I'm going to try and palm this off on, I don't know, Tobey Maguire. And see if I can get away with it. And do you know, this is reminding me that...
celebrity-only Craigslist should exist, shouldn't it? Do you think?
But there's a fairly low bar when it comes to the definition of celebrity, so you will at some point... And that's the thing, it's a spectator sport.
Yeah.
Us punters can watch as, I don't know, Jennifer Lawrence tries to sell a microwave oven to Timmy Mallet. And we're all allowed to just go, oh, God... Mallet's a known hard bargainer. There's no way he's going to pay 250 quid for that. It's used. Come on, Lawrence, what are you playing at? And it's got an American plug on it, for fuck's sake.
But she holds firm.
She does, because actually she's a pretty canny operator. And she's not taken any pictures of the inside, even though he's asked for them. Because she knows, actually,
Split cousin?
Yeah, like, you know when you get an air bubble in, like you're just microwaving some, like, spaghetti hoops or something for your kids, and then they suddenly go pop.
Oh, and it goes to the ceiling.
You get a gammy ceiling. Wow.
Awful. I've had...
Jennifer Lawrence was microwaving some soup, it burst.
I've had minestrone stalactites before.
Yeah.
And once they're baked on and you don't deal with them within 24 hours, you've got to chisel.
And I always think you're not supposed to do abrasive things to the inside of the microwave, are you?
No.
Because it will damage it.
Do you know what I used to clean a microwave that definitely should have been cleaned earlier? I realised I bought them like the week before. So
pressure washer.
They were just on the side in the kitchen, ready to go in the garage. It's a set of those very specialist tools that removes the interior door panels of cars without wrecking clips and stuff.
Yeah.
So I actually cleaned the worst of the soiling from a microwave oven.
That's just reminded me of something. I have to do it before I forget, because I just heard Matt Pryor on the Autocar podcast, My Week in Cars, talking to his co-host Steve Cropley about, he just mentioned those he was talking about how you can
pry bars, like little pry bars.
Yeah, and he said, but that's the thing, if you don't use them, then you're just going to snap things and you'll regret it.
You just completely destroy them.
But yeah, at the end of the same podcast, Matt just gave us a little shout out.
Oh, thanks, Matt.
And he was the only, just the only other podcast he gave a shout out to. So I wanted to say thanks, Matt, and hello, because I know he listens.
We look, they're SSGs. I mean, Cropley's a motoring journalism institution. Matt Pryor's a very talented chap.
Yes.
SSG, good car taste as well, actually.
Yes.
Big shout to the Audi A2 and the Baja Beetle.
And Defender.
Oh, and the Def as well. He's like us. We're like
he's like an amalgam of our
taste. We're like a
taste.
slightly Siamese twin.
Yes.
Where it goes from Defender into old Beetle.
In that Venn diagram, though, in the middle bit, Hillman Imp. We both like an Imp.
We both love it.
So there you go. Steve came to, because he is a trustee of the British Motor Museum, he came to my evening with at
Did he?
Gade Museum. Yeah, bless him.
Andy and Callum.
Andy and Callum, yeah.
Bloody
So it was like there are actually more interesting and important people in the audience than there were on stage. But I was going to say about those line bikes, not hacked line bikes, but since I saw her excellent appearance at the Glastonbury Festival, I started following Olivia Rodrigo on Instagram.
Did you now?
Yeah, because I think she's really good. And that's a bit like, she was suggested to me in that weird way where you go, wait a sec. Because I've probably been talking about Olivia Rodrigo with my wife after we saw her at Glastonbury.
Yeah.
And somehow the algorithm has mysteriously cottoned onto this, and it went, you might want to follow Olivia Rodrigo. I thought, actually, I do. And that was really weird, because every time that she put up something, it seemed to be her on a line bike in London. And I was a bit like, she's American. Surely she's left Britain now after Glastonbury. Turns out that her boyfriend is British, so I don't know if she lives here or spends a lot of time here, but seems to be constantly posting pictures of her riding a line bike around London.
Maybe it's a novelty for her.
Well, I bet it is, isn't it?
It's very liberating riding a bike, as long as you don't fall off and get hit by a car.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where she's from. Is she West Coast or East Coast? Because New Yorkers are totally on board with all of that. But yeah, I suppose if you're from the West Coast, it's a bit like,
everything's too far away.
Yeah, well, too far away, and too dangerous.
Cycling in LA, but there's Del Will, Venice Beach, all of those areas. Lots of no-name full suspension mountain bike guys. I mean, probably
or are they just like
concentration?
You go to like Venice Beach or Malibu or Santa Monica, and you rent one of those lethal back pedal brake bikes.
Oh my gosh!
And just go up and down the boardwalk or the path on the beach, and that's it. But you make a big fuss about it, the way that Americans, or certainly people in Los Angeles, always go on about how they're going for a hike, and you mean you're just going for a walk on some small hills. Calm the fuck down.
We've talked about this before, and it really tickles me.
You're not fucking...
They're not doing
You're not Ernest Shackleton.
Scarfell Pike.
No, exactly. They're not even doing like, Snowdon and then getting the train down. They are just going for a gentle walk in some very gentle hills. Going hiking. Should we go hiking? Let's go hiking. And you're like, no, walk. Do you want to go for a walk? There's nothing wrong with saying that.
No.
Calm down.
No, because I used to say, and maybe I still do, I haven't really analysed it, but if I go for a run, I'll say a jog. But I believe runners now don't use the term jogging.
The term jog has become almost entirely obsolete, I would say.
Would you? Because there's nothing in between walking and running. It's just running. Slow running?
Twice in the last week, weirdly, I have been able to give 2 different people some really solid car buying advice.
Get out.
No, I can't.
Get out. Get out the front of this car.
You're in the way.
Just get out.
And that car buying advice was, don't buy a Volvo EX30.
Oh, okay.
2 people have raised it with me and gone,
should I?
And I've been able to go emphatically no.
And what's the...
And the reason for this is, firstly, this was probably just over a year ago, that the software on that car was found to be so absolutely dog plot.
I've heard this.
Some people were exercising their consumer rights and making Volvo buy the cars back off them.
Seriously?
And at one point, you couldn't order an XC30 because they had paused sales while they sorted out the software.
Because this was their cheapest and fastest, because I did the launch of it for the Late Break Show, and I remember they were saying it's the cheapest and the fastest. Oh, that's really interesting. And they had done some very fascinating and quite chic cost cutting, but I know that the infotainment thing was the question mark.
I think they rushed it, perhaps, but also it seems like it just wasn't thought through in terms of how you get to certain functions. But apparently the problem was that then the screens would black out or lock up or all sorts of aggro. Now, that I'd be willing to give them the benefit of the doubt that there have now been software updates and it's all sorted, except, and this is more what informed like I said, one of my mates just messaged me and went, he's looking for a new car at the moment, he's looking for an EV to replace his Enyaq, but he doesn't need as big a car. And he just, out of the blue, I'll just get ID3 ? As a message. And he just wrote EX30 ? Talk to me. And so I just wrote back, hard no. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah. And then it says, but the reason is because in the past month, less than a month, I have seen 2 people clearly having trouble operating their EX30s.
Well, like in a car park, sitting there just prodding the screen?
No, well, one was in a car park, one was on the motorway just the other day. I was following an EX30. It indicated to pull back into the middle lane.
Yeah.
Clearly, they dabbed the stalk too much, so that the indicator went on to constant rather than just the 3 lane change flashes. So they nudged it to get it to turn off, but that must have coincided with it cancelling, so I don't know, because this does happen in other cars. So it merged with the left indicator on. Suddenly the right indicator went on. Then the left indicator went on. Then the right indicator went on.
No.
And then the left indicator went on for a while, and then everything stopped. And it was like,
oh my God.
Well, that immediately says something about how annoying that car is on a very simple level.
Yeah.
But prior to that, I was in a car park and I saw a guy pulling in the X30. I think it's quite a nice looking little car.
Yeah.
So it caught my eye.
It is a really good looking car.
Don't see them around so much. And I was like, then this older chap got out of it. He walked away, he stopped, he turned around, he went back to it, he realised it wasn't locked. He got something out of his pocket. He started tapping a card, I think, on a pillar. The car flashed, he walked away, he went back to it, he tried the door, it didn't seem to be locked, or it unlocked itself again. And then he went through a whole faff and he couldn't get it to lock again.
Oh shit, I would have just done like...
Well, yeah, because this was in like rural Wales as well, so it's a bit like, dude, no one's stealing your EX30, and they probably wouldn't work to let them anyway.
Yeah,
but,
no one.
Yeah, and he was clearly having a very frustrating time trying to figure out how to get his own car to lock. And it's kind of like, I think they've not entirely cracked that car, electrically speaking. And so my context to this, my mate who's asking me about this stuff, he was about to drive his son to university the other weekend in their Enyaq. And just as they were about to go to do quite a long drive up to Sheffield, the Enyaq decided to update its software and then shat itself, and they couldn't get it to do anything. They had to cram all of their boys' stuff into their old-shaped Polo, along with 2 adults and their son's younger brother, who was 17.
So not that young.
Not that young. And head off to Sheffield in a much smaller car. So, all because the NX shut itself. So when I went, XC30 has some very well documented software problems. He was like, well, I've had enough of those for last me a lifetime. So no, I wouldn't go anywhere near that then. But yeah, I was a bit like, I feel like I've made a difference here. It's like telling someone to get a lump checked out or something. You go, I've saved you from having a car that seems to me to probably be not quite resolved. And Volvo have done it again, because they're now, they've announced that all new EX90s, from now on, it's going to have a whole different. I just the headline. I didn't look into this properly. Said computer. I don't know what that means, because there's loads of computers in
the bit in the infotainment bit on the dashboard. Its operating system.
Yes, but the thing is, they get massively upgraded processor in there, I guess, but also higher voltage charging system. But clearly they know that the processor, or whatever it is that is now getting upgraded, is inadequate, because if you have an EX90 already, they will take it back and upgrade that. They can't give it a faster charging, but they can give it the better brain. So clearly they released the car without it being ready.
Yeah. I know a school dad who's been having some issues with a Polestar. The one without the back window? I can't remember its name. Is it the 3 or the 4?
The 3? I've just asked to borrow. I'm borrowing a 3 and then a 4. Because I keep seeing them around.
Yeah.
And going, I wonder what they're like.
Yeah.
So I've got to do something about it.
Software issues is the only thing that they've criticised.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, because a mate of mine had a 2 for a couple of years and he really liked it.
Yeah, a friend of mine had a 2 and he's only got rid of it because of the... In fact, he's the second person I know who's bought a bargain Taycan.
Oh.
A used I was going to talk to you about it. You know, you're talking about the induction... We were saying about the new induction charging, the Porsche.
Yes.
The thought out.
Yes.
What I realised afterwards we finished recording that previous podcast, it's like, I know what I wanted to mention. It was the fact that, you know, when Taycans just suddenly flooded the second-hand market because of lease deals expiring.
All the 2 was it 2 years?
2 or 3
year leases came up? Yeah, they've done an offer on a particular term of lease, haven't they?
Yeah, and loads of people have bought them through their business because basically it's the only Porsche you're ever going to be able to buy legit through a business. But of course, a lot of those people that bought those cars weren't EV savvy people. They were just like, I want a Porsche because I'm the MD of the company.
Yeah, but
I'll buy it.
Do a sort of one with a company car tax advantageous.
Yeah, and I think it was
rate.
I think Porsche got a lot of stick for it unfairly because it's a good car. And I heard a lot of people saying to me, "Oh yeah, you know, I know someone that had a Taycan, but it wouldn't do the range that they said it would do, and it didn't do the things they said it would do." How are they driving it? Because they're driving it like an actual Porsche or like any other normal car they'd had before. And they didn't do any research, and they realised that they'd gone and bought the Turbo S that does 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But actually they hadn't gone, in order for it to be a really good EV, some of the time you need to drive differently.
Or maybe plug it in every so often.
Or maybe plug it in, that would help. Get a
charger at home, it'll help.
I got 2 friends.
Enough to have a driveway, yeah.
I got 2 friends who have bought second-hand Taycans. We're talking like sub 40k Taycans.
Yes.
And they are both bowled over by their the value of their purchases.
Purchases, yeah.
Yeah. And I am. One of them is spec'd. They found such a good spec, it's great. It's the Sex Tourist one.
Oh, and really? Are they under 40 now?
He's got his for 42, 43, and it's in a really nice kind of baby blue, pearl metallic-ish colour. It is great. It's really nice.
They're still... Because I would be tempted by one of those.
Yeah.
Would want the estate, whatever it is, the Taurus.
Sport Turismo, or the other sport.
The problem is they are still a bit squeezed inside. Do you remember we got a lift, didn't we, in the back of one?
Yeah.
And it was not roomy back there. I think probably the kids would be all right, but the thing is, I've noticed my children keep getting taller for some reason.
What?
Not sure
That's
if it's
annoying,
taken to the doctor,
isn't it?
but yeah, they are getting taller, definitely. So, you know, that
you should get them to smoke, because that stunts growth a little.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, fair point. Yeah. Good.
Yeah. I was going to talk about Tracy Chapman's fast car, you know.
Okay.
Because I heard it the other day and I thought, I know it's a metaphor of a song, isn't it? It's not. She's not really talking about cars.
I don't think that's the real thrust of it. It's one of those songs where you have to wait a long time for the really good chorus to arrive. like Tiny
Yeah.
Dancer. You're like, I just gets the good bit. But then it's sort of, by making you wait, you sort of enjoy it.
Oh,
all the
yeah,
more.
I was going to say the build is higher, and
But-
it's talking about what a gritty story of a working poor woman trying to escape the cycle of poverty,
Yes.
set to a folk rock music backdrop. But annoyingly,
Folk rock, is it? I suppose.
well, ish. But what's really annoying is I stumbled across, because I was just doing that thing where I thought, before I talk to Rich about it, I'll just look up whether she's got a car.
Tracy Chapman.
Yeah, and whether she's into it.
She's going to be one of those people who's either surprisingly into cars and has like a couple of really nice old muscle cars or something, or absolutely not into cars and doesn't drive.
Well, she's not into cars.
Okay, right, there we go.
But when you type in Tracy Chapman fast car lyrics meaning,
Yeah.
there are so many car perverty people that have gone, it's definitely a third gen Camaro.
Oh, really?
And then, you got people that know it's a Buick GNX. Oh, no, it's a...
Wait. I think there's a clue in the lyrics, is there not? Your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. Now, that immediately makes me think bench front seat.
Like this.
Like this.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
I think it's something old.
Could be a Mopar.
Or it's a pickup truck.
Yeah,
A
fast.
fast car, then. Why are you saying car? Fast pickup. You got a fast pickup.
You've got a really swift commercial vehicle.
Yeah, you got a fast van. Yeah, that would work.
So she was interviewed about it, and
Yeah.
she said, "No, it's I've never had a fast car. I'm never going to own one. I'm not interested. I've got a Toyota Corolla."
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
You got a Corolla.
Yeah.
Speed so
but
fast felt like I was drunk. See, that's it. Speed so fast felt like I was drunk. So
Yeah.
does that imply a
Shouldn't.
performance car, but with
she
a bench
could have.
seat?
She could have got a Corolla and then had it mapped
Well,
and had some Fast and Furious work done on it.
is there an alternative version of fast car where she just gets a bit bogged down in talking about the car and not enough about the general sort of circumstance of the protagonist? So get to a place to had it shipped, but then also realised I needed to upgrade the shocks. And when you've done that, you might as well get better tyres. And then I thought, well, some wheels would be better. And Tracy, you're drifting off the point a little.
I wanted some more brake pedal bike, so I changed the master cylinder and also added some fast track work pads.
Checking out the sway bars. Thought I'd go up to a stylish big man at the front.
Before you know it, you're like, am I talking to an old guy next to a Corvette and a guy's in coffee?
Cars and coffee. And the sun has yet to come up, and here we are, and he's going into great detail about how he took the muffler off.
Oh gosh, and we keep meaning to say about when it's mostly Americans. I think it's an Americanism. They start the sentence with, "It's a funny story that."
Yes.
And then they'll go into a story it's not actually funny. It's fascinating in parts, but it's not funny.
Yeah. I know someone like that.
But you're making a statement like it's going to be funny. It's like, I wouldn't say to you, I'm about to make you laugh.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wouldn't do that.
It's like you go, God, Jesus, look at that seagull's about to steal that guy's sandwich. Funny story. I was at a diner last week, and I saw this gull.
Seagull.
And it was kind of grey all over, not white. I guess it was just like a young one. That's not a funny story, is it?
No,
It's just a story. I mean, it's barely a story.
It
but
peters out very...
It just really fizzles out. But yeah, funny story. And I don't know, is it though? Can we just get the funny story ombudsman on this one? Because funny story. Yeah. I've also been to Austin, Texas. Okay, and you saw a guy run into a glass door, but he was dressed as a clown.
Yeah.
No, nothing. That's the story. You have been to Austin, Texas. Good.
He fell through a restaurant glass window with carrying a Fabergé egg.
I might start doing it to Americans with things that are absolutely and definitely not funny stories. Like
funny story.
Yeah. Funny story. I saw someone getting decapitated by a helicopter in Austin, Texas. My God, that's not funny.
It's not funny.
No, I was just following your lead. Everything you told me is not funny either. So
No,
just upping the ante a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see who can be the least funny about our stories.
I want to know. I'd like Tracy Chapman to have. I think that she lived in a Rust Belt area, so whatever her boyfriend's car was, I think it was quite frilly around the lower 8 inch.
Yes, I don't know where Tracy Chapman is from, but I'd always imagined that story took place in the south.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it? What are the lyrics? In
Do you
my-
want to,
No, we haven't got time or the copyright money to do the whole of the lyrics, but
Okay.
I'm going to have to look them up afterwards and figure out if some of the other things that I think about that song are accurate, or if I've in fact just filled in some gaps that aren't there.
Why doesn't she just say, he's got a fast car, it's pretty quick on that side of things, it'll be done quite quick.
That's the end of the
Off the
song.
lights to 60, it sometimes needs repairing.
But she could still do the really good chorus melody and just put some extra detail. When we're driving in your car. It's giving clues with its...
I remember when...
Yeah,
we were
383
driving,
cubic inch motor. Oh, wait, hang on. That means it's... Oh, okay.
Yeah. Had a K&N filter on it, so it snarled a little bit more than the stock version.
Built in Hampton, Ontario, and you go, hey, hang on, who built cars there? Shit.
Oh, she's being very niche
Really,
now.
really teasing us here, Tracy Chapman. Right. Well, anyway, we should wrap this up. But
He's got
something
a
else. It's
car.
incredibly hot in this
It
car
is.
now. So, before we go, three things to tell you. First of all, Jonny has a solo YouTube channel in which he forces the former lead singer of Microlino to amuse passers-by by dressing up as the Lone Ranger's horse and doing whinnying and riding on his hind legs. This is under the working title Silverfish. If that's not to your taste, there is, of course, the Late Break Show. What's coming out?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. Hang on. I just quickly look at
Some
my...
stuff about
There's some stuff.
cars.
Yeah, there'll be a good car
Friggin-
video.
Friggin-
Oh,
okay.
freaking. Yeah. So, yeah, this next one is barn find, but not in a barn. It's a field find, actually. Back garden in Britain, full of American cop cars.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, so if
You
you
signally failed to buy any of them for us, though, which I'm a bit disappointed in.
there is some availability.
Okay. I'm a bit
so
worried about them being parked on grass, but...
There's some good ones, I think there's 10 of them. One of them's a genuine New York taxi. The other ones are all genuine ex-cop and detective cars.
Oh, the bodily fluids that have been in those.
I know.
Anyway, but yet still I could like to own one, but that's the one for another day. Second thing I want to tell you is I've got various books out. Well, I go and buy Steel Flies by Roy Lanchester, spoof Cold War thriller. It's still available. Met a man the other week who said he'd read it twice, which is
What?
the only person in the country I think who's read it twice apart from me, and I had to check for typos. And the third thing I was going to say is the first ever Formula One safety car was a Porsche 914.
Was it?
Yeah, it was the 1973, I think, Canadian Grand Prix. I've written this down somewhere. I should have checked.
Canadian Grand Prix, so it was in America.
It was in America. Now, there wasn't really a sort
America.
of safety car at that point. It wasn't a thing, but the race was in, 73 Canadian Grand Prix. The terrible weather caused several accidents, and then it was so chaotic, they went, right, send a car out onto the track to control things. So as a former racing driver, a local guy called Epi Wietses, I think, who's of Dutch descent,
Yeah.
jumped in this 914 and went out. But unfortunately, race control, or whatever constituted that in those days, sent him out in front of the wrong car. So rather than coming out in front of the leader, he went out in front of somebody else, caused total chaos because the front runners had no safety car in front of them, so they were just still going at race pace.
No way. And he was in a 914.
He was basically cop blocking the rest of the pack, thinking he was in front of the race. I guess there weren't radios to sort of sort this out in a hurry. The whole thing was total chaos to the extent that when the race finished, it took them quite a long time of checking and trying to figure out who the actual winner was.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But
This is 73.
73. Yeah, first
Oil
ever time
crisis?
that a road car was sent out to act as a safety car in a race. But yeah, it was a Porsche 914 mid-engine. So not actually a very fast car.
No, not very fast.
It's just to link things back to
So Tracy Chapman, yeah, was she-
You got a not very fast car.
Well, she turned him down on the first day.
Originally designed to be a Volkswagen. Oh, what was that? What was that, Tracy? What was that? I couldn't think
Well,
of it.
Tracy always wants to know what the torque curve is and stuff. It's part of the first day.
Yes, because that's it. She knows that fast is not just power output.
No.
She's wise like that.
Perceived
Spot
power
on.
and real power and control.
Right then, well, that's enough from two men in a very small car, but we'll do this all again next week. Until then, goodbye.
Cheers, mate. Bye. Thanks, mate. I actually forgot how to do it. Hang on. Cheers, mate. Thanks, mate. Bye.
So you've enjoyed this podcast, but you've had a thought. Is there a way here today that you could show support, well, you could join our Patreon. What wonders that it brings. Early shows and extra notes on that side of things. You could buy our merchandise. We've mugs and hats, but still no ties. One day we will make those pies, but in the meantime, guys, hey guys, like and subscribe, and maybe leave a nice review. Like and subscribe, we know you know just what to do. Like and subscribe, we don't want to take the piss. Like and subscribe, but we were told to ask for this. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
He's got fast car. He's got fucking driving very fast.
He got a fast car.